So you've seen the reviews already. I'm 1 week late, and that's because people say that this game is Glitch City, and it's bad, and it's a GTA 5 ripoff. Number one, stop comparing this game to GTA 5. With that said, I bought the game, and I am glad that I did. Screw the other reviewers. This is my honest Mafia 3 review. So this is Mafia 3, and it's an open world game played in a city called New Bordeaux, which is a 1960s New Orleans. So that alone is pretty unique. There's not a lot of games out there that's, in the 60s. So Lincoln Clay is a pretty complex, pretty original new protagonist. He's really interesting. Being black in the 60s already opens up some really cool story ideas. There's a lot of niggas being flung at him. People just calling him that back and forth. It's racist time. 60s. Woo. Not a good time for me, not a good time for Lincoln Clay. He was a part of the Vietnam War. He survived it, and he came back to New Bordeaux to see his family and tell them that he's off to some other city in California. When you thought you knew the story, you thought you knew everything to know about the story, bah! It wakes you up. It says, nah, you ain't know a damn thing, cause boy, the writing in this game is good. The way they present the story is like testimonials from people in 2002 that knew Lincoln Clay back then. So they're saying their perspective of Lincoln Clay and the events that happened around him. That right there is pretty cool. There's a lot of collectibles in the game from the past time, 1960s, that you can get. There's some nudie mags, like Playboy if you're into that kind of stuff. I'm not. I don't collect those things. There's a lot of music in this game from that era. About 1,000 songs, I think they said, from that era. It is good. So open world games are known for their replayability and the amount of hours spent into them. Like Skyrim, you can put 80 plus hours. GTA 5, you can put 50 plus hours in there. Far Cry, 30 plus. This is about 20 to 30 hours of gameplay. But the developers do say that they're going to have DLCs, free DLCs that you can get to expand the storyline a little bit. And on top of that, there's no co-op or multiplayer. 2K, what did you think? Right, so let's talk about the gameplay of the game. So this is obviously the part where everyone says that it's really glitchy and underbaked and half-baked, and to some extent I agree. Like, I'll press X and crouch behind something like I'm doing now, and then I try to switch to another place, and then he doesn't do it. He just gets up. It's frustrating. Or there's some really weird ragdoll effects going on. There is no ragdoll effects. They're just like animations. So if you get hit by a car, you don't fall on the floor. You just kind of get pushed. It's weird. The game itself, the gameplay is actually really cool because it gives you different ways of approaching a mission. So you can go in silent and just take down people that way. You can go in, lethal and just guns blazing, just killing everybody. Or you can go in without killing a soul. If that's your kind of thing, you can do that as well. There's also these associates that you find in the game. And the associates gives you different assets and perks. Like one person in the beginning of the game allows you to call up somebody to bring in guns wherever. Further in the game, you can call somebody to bring you a fresh car. You can call somebody to bring in some backup for you, some bodyguards. So you can get associates and stuff like that. You can take down prostitution rings or other places, drug rings. Take them over and give them to an associate. They'll make money. They'll give you money to buy guns and cars and stuff and car upgrades and stuff like that. So it's really detailed. It's really cool in that sense.
Ooh, baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down.
Marks the largest number of casualties in the ongoing conflict.
If you get sleep or if you get night,
do this quiet. Away from here.
And check the cupboard for your daddy's gun.
The righteous will rejoice when he sees the vengeance.
The Lord's gonna come for your firstborn son.
Nothing you do will bring any of them back.
Go to the river where the water runs.
It took me months to figure out that Lincoln had survived the massacre and was waging a war against Sal Marcano.
So final thoughts. Should you buy Mafia 3? If you like Far Cry and you like GTA and you are a person that's really story driven and you like exploring games, I mean, this is a really good game. It's a really cool setting. It's new. It's refreshing. It's amazing story. Like I said, man, buy it. Buy it. If you want to wait until it, gets the price down a little bit, or you want to get it used, then that'd be fine for you. But it's definitely a full-fledged game, and it's actually really fun so far. So I'm happy to play Mafia 3, and I recommend.